Hey there folks, Aldershot here, and today we're going to take a look at Feist, or it could be Feist, I'm not really sure. I think it's pronounced Feist, one or the other. Anyways, it's on sale on Steam at the regular price around $15 USD, and it's developed by Beast and Bytes. Alright, so let's just go into the game so we can check out the gameplay, of course. Let's just go into a bad hair day. Haven't quite finished it yet. I feel like I'm kind of close to the end though. About 2 hours in, a little bit over. But anyways, this is the game. It is a 2D side-scrolling platformer. And as you can see, it has a pretty nice looking aesthetic to it. It looks real nice, right? It's similar to, say, Limbo as far as how it looks. It's kind of like Limbo how it plays as well, right? Where it uses a lot of physics and puzzle solving and platforming to keep the player interested. And that's really the whole premise of the game, really. And let's see, we got these little worms. They're big trouble. You can't pick up objects from the ground, as you can see. And they serve as kind of like ammo, right? You can't actually attack your little fuzzball guy. You know, you have a little push key here. You can push some stuff around, or you can pick them up as you saw me doing. But for the most part, you'll be doing damage and combat through throwing objects. And sometimes you can pick up these sticks as well. And you can beat bad guys over the head with them as well. Now these little flies, they're basically health. We haven't actually lost any health yet, so we can't actually eat them, but these serve as HP essentially. Okay, well, we got a fly here. These guys are kind of interested in that. Well, they'll shoot you, which is pretty annoying, but if you can knock them down, you can actually pick them up and shoot spikes out of their asses, which is always fun. They basically serve as a gun, essentially, right? But if you get hit, they'll be loose again. They'll try to hurt you and all that kind of bad stuff. So do be careful when you're using them. Let's see if we can take care of these guys. Oh god. There we go. Nice and easy. Those worms are pretty annoying. They do a lot of damage too. They also shoot the spikes. But besides the game looking quite nice, it sounds quite nice as well. I'm sure you guys are listening to the audio already, but yeah, got some nice music, you know, the sound effects are nice and all that kind of stuff. But as far as presentation is concerned, I got no real complaints. It looks gorgeous, right? And it plays pretty good as well. The jumping's a little bit floaty, which will take a little bit of getting used to. And something else about the game too is later on in the game, I've actually played further into this level, but I chose this level to do the impression. I find it a bit more ideal. But anyways, later on in the game can get a little bit frustrating, get a little bit more difficult, right? As some of the puzzle segments can definitely take more than one try in order to successfully accomplish. And sometimes the game will throw some pretty tough combat scenarios as well, where there'll be a whole bunch of different, you know, flies and worms and all kinds of different things to contend with. And that can get a little bit hectic. It can definitely prove a little bit challenging. And also the physics in this game, although it does feel very natural and very realistic, I think that's the word I'm looking for, it sometimes does feel a little random. Like, I'll do one thing one time after a fail, and something else completely different will happen, right? So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe the enemies will come in at a different angle than last time or something. I'm not really sure, but even though I do feel the physics to feel realistic, it does feel a little inconsistent at times. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but that's just kind of how I feel. But overall, I've been enjoying the game, although at times, as I mentioned before, sometimes the combat and puzzles can be a little bit frustrating, but that could be just me being a noob and not really a fault of the game itself. But that's a little bit subjective. It depends on how you play, of course. But overall, I've been enjoying it. You know, I like the art style. Mechanics are pretty simple, so if you're looking for really deep and layered mechanics and all that kind of stuff, might not be the game for you, but it's well designed for what it is, right? Like I said, it's pretty simple in its design and in its mechanics, but it's done quite well, you know. It has a nice sense of pacing, I find, and I've enjoyed the puzzles, even after some frustration, but it does leave you with a sense of satisfaction when you finally finish a certain area that gave you trouble, right? So, what I'm trying to say is, even though the game is, you know, simple by design and its mechanics, it can prove to be quite challenging at times, so be prepared for that, right? I'm not really sure how long it is, but I have talked to some people who have finished it already, and they did tell me it's relatively short. It's around anywhere between 3 to maybe 4 hours, maybe. I'm a bit over 2 hours now, and like I said, I feel like I'm getting kind of close to the end, but I can't really say for certain how long the game actually is, because I haven't actually quite finished it. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this is a pretty interesting little game. Feist, or Feist, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, pretty interesting. Simple, but challenging. That's about it, guys. Hopefully you guys found this informative. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you did, I got him. Nice. If you did, you know, show me some love. Like, share, fave, and comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I'll bring you lots more videos just like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Aldershot out.